What's going on, you guys? Ken here, also known as SolidFan85. Welcome to another political vlog. My voice is cracking. I had a hell of a stream last night, and I was shouting out names for followers. But what I wanted to talk about right now is, as of this recording tonight, there is the final Democratic debate before the Iowa caucus here in 2020. There has been a bit of a civil war brewing on the Democratic side. On the Republican side, they've obviously got their guy Trump. They're even canceling certain events that traditionally happen. It's a little scary that like everybody's all in with Trump. Like there's no other people. As an independent, I would love to see other Republicans kind of step up and challenge Trump. But let's be honest, he's pretty much taken over the Republican Party at this point. And at times, as shameful as that can be, but just my personal opinion. But on the Democratic side, it's been kind of a lame duck, aside from some personal views of how I see certain candidates. It's been kind of a lame duck thing going on. I mean, because there's been this thing of candidates don't really go after each other on a personal level because they don't want to seem like Trump, which is what Trump does. I mean, Trump will go after people shamelessly. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that practice, but it is what it is when it comes to him, and he is who he is, and he got elected because of it. Aside from other factors of going up against one of the worst candidates in our history, and he didn't get the popular vote, but the Electoral College put him in. So but again, it's part of our system, so it is what it is. I mean, seriously, like going up against Clinton. I mean, it's just, I'm not a Clinton fan, I'll say that much. But anyway, there's this thing between Warren and Sanders. They've been friends for over 20 years. Recently, it came out saying that in a private meeting with Bernie, he basically said that a woman can never be president, kind of thing, which isn't the truth of it. It's a total smear campaign. What actually was said was, in a nutshell, is that Sanders basically told her in private, saying that there is a misogynist air about him. When it comes to a female candidate, he will go after them on a very personal level, so on and so forth. So should Democrats use kid gloves when dealing with each other? No, I don't think so. I think, look, you go after policies, you go after their background, you go after things that they are falsifying, you go after mistakes, and that's really where it should be. That's unfortunately one of the downsides to Sanders. As a Sanders reporter, I can say for sure is that he's a really good guy. He's a really honest guy, and he hates playing dirty. He hates slinging mud and dirt unless it's based on their policies or past record, voting record, so on and so forth. When it comes to like the personal stuff, he really doesn't go after that form. But unfortunately, that's kind of a flaw in his campaigning technique when it comes to modern day politics, because people are going to get dirty. They're going to get in the mud and just start flying every which way. It happened during Clinton Obama. I mean, that got really personal on a lot of levels. So compared to that, previous debates have been kind of lame duck. I mean, there have been some highlights here and there, but it's, again, I think that politicians should, if you need to, if your opponents are doing it, fight back in a substantive way. Substantive? Fight back with substance. Go after the things that aren't true. Really get at them. I mean, essentially, you're fighting for the higher office. You've got supporters that believe in you. Do what you have to. On the part of Sanders, if he can really tone it into a point of really just coalescing mudslinging into going after record and holding substantive truth behind those attacks, all the more power to him. And it would really up his game. It really would. So, but that's just, it's just my take on it. But when it comes to mudslinging in politics, been around for a long time, and it's not going away. Trump took it to another level, in my opinion. Um, he is good at it. He is good at it, and he will go after people. He knows how to work a crowd. You know, um, I'm not the biggest Trump fan, but I recognize when somebody is good at what they do, and he's good at what he does when he does it. So it's a part of his charm, as it were, when it comes to standing up in what he does, I guess, to put it. I don't give him a whole lot of credit, but I will give him credit for that. He's good at manipulating facts and manipulating uh, the flaws of a person for the most part. As sickening as that is, he's good at it. But anyway, when it comes to the Democratic Party, there should be more mudslinging, especially this time around. I mean, we're getting down to the primary as of this recording. Sanders is currently up. It seems as if most of the establishment is kind of recognizing that he is a threat to their existence, in a good way. In a good way. But the other side of it is that while Sanders may preach to high things that should be happening, what I recognize is that when it comes to this country, there will be negotiating. There will be things that'll be negotiated. For example, if Sanders is put into the White House and he talks about Medicare for all, free college tuition, so on and so forth, there will be things that will be met in the middle when it comes to that. It's, in my opinion, a really good negotiating technique. You're going to shoot really high and be able to meet people in the middle when it comes to it. Now, when it comes to certain policies, I think they should be enacted as a whole, but let's be real here. When it comes to getting things through, there's going to need to be some negotiation on that. So, that's just the way I see it. So that's why I'm a Sanders supporter. I know he'll fight for what he says. Will it all pass 100%? Probably not. I would say maybe 60, 70%. But even that, compared to the bullshit we have now, is far greater. And it would set a standard. It would set a path to potentially greater things. So his record, his consistency, his honesty is crazy. But again, he's not a perfect candidate. But I still, I trust him. So anyway, just a bit of a vlog, a little bit of a discussion, a little bit of my take on things to come. Few people might watch this. I have no idea, but I felt like getting a little more politically with the channel since the gaming's gone and it's now on Twitch. This is really more me. So the stuff I care about, the stuff I want to share with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. And for now, I'll say, salut. Peace.